Alright, I have just finished reading around the 48% of the Wheel of Time book series, and I would like to make a review of the book series as a whole. Right, I have begun it because of the Amazon show that recently dropped. I haven't watched that because modern Western TV series is just uh, entertainment for people other than myself. But the discussion surrounding the show said that the books are just really fucking good. Yeah, before I get to the review proper, I would like to have a mental exercise with you. Okay. On the left side, I have a picture of the Wheel of Time book series, and on the right, I have a picture of literal dog poop. Can you, the audience, see the difference? If you say yes, you can, then you may not have read the Wheel of Time book series. While Bob Jordan, the author, is technically very nice, well, I can say that with confidence since I have read like way too much of his shit. On the story level, on the character level, those books are just fucking terrible, and I am glad that they are finished. I get to that in the conclusion. First, let's go through the main characters. First and foremost, we have Nineveh, also known as a fucking bitchy Mary Sue. She is the avatar, and we have to deal with it. All the boys love her, all the girls want to be her, and she is the strongest mage who has ever been alive. She has a hot temper, she doesn't listen to anyone and doesn't afraid of anything. What else does she do? She loves to tuck on her fucking braid, and basically every chapter of her, of which there are like 50% of the book at least, she does it every second line. Uh, she complains about everything. She hates the only likable character in the entire fucking book. And well, she serves no purpose in the plot, near as far as I can tell, outside of being a bitchy Mary Sue. If you cut her out of the series completely, you will lose nothing and would gain my appreciation. Unfortunately, it is what it is, and it is not what it is not. Right, so Nineveh, completely fucking shit. Also, she is described as fair-skinned in the book, so I don't know why the illustrations make her browner. I know why the show does that, but, you know, have some decency. Right, next, the second most prominent character is Elaine. She is a princess. She loves the quote-unquote main character. But when it comes to her being a character, that is an actual lie, because she does not have any personality whatsoever. She is there to complain about boys, to like boys, and to spout exposition. Shittily done at the reader. Great contribution. Female empowerment. Hurrah. The main character, and again quote unquote, is Rand, who is a Bichigari Stew, I guess what we call him. And well, he he doesn't get that many chapters. We kind of understand what he is about, and he is about bitching about being thrust into the situation that he is in. He is possessed by another bitchy garish too, and all the girls love him. The men do not want to be him because he is a bit crazy because of the possession, but he is largely ineffective, or rather, what do you call it? His Gary Stewness moves the plot along at a breakneck speed, but at the same time he is a retard, at the same time he is a simp, and since he kills the best character in the entire book, well, I just combine it with Nineveh, and I just stop reading. This is horseshit. This book series is horseshit. Right. The third most prominent character is Ren's friend Matt, or ex-friend. Right. He is dark and broody. He is bitching for pretty much the entire, at least first half of the book series. I don't know what happens next. I do not care to find out, because, well, I imagine that the author wanted to position him as a bitchy complainer before he becomes total Chad, supposedly. But when he is surrounded by a cast of bitchy complainers, well, he is another for the pile. That doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but unlike Mr. Jordan, I am just working from the top of my head. Right. He has some interesting qualities, and he manipulates luck, and his purpose in the series, he doesn't have one, actually. He is just filling the page space, not unlike Elaine. Very nice. Right, the third most prominent character is Purim, who is another friend of the male trio. He is okay. He is a bitchy complainer, but he changes his tune faster than the other two. So he's alright. He gets a pass. Right. All the other chapters are from somebody else's perspective, so they don't come too often. And, well, these 5 are the ones that we have to look at for page upon page upon page, and complaint upon shit decision upon being a bitch. Christ. I do not know, or rather, I cannot be certain why people like The Wheel of Time. Maybe, this is my working hypothesis, is that in the time that it was written, when was it written? In the ages past, 1990s, there haven't been any good fantasy to set your taste by, and literally any doctorate could pass for an amazing series, but no, that is not the case anymore. And Jesus Christ, you could find literally anything nowadays that would be better than this. This is fucking shambles. Strong, not recommend. I think I wanted to give you a conclusion somewhere, but no. I cannot be bothered to write a script. Right, that is more or less all I have to say. Fuck the Wheel of Time. Read something better instead. Bye.